Welcome to day 5 of 30 days of fall baking, and today we're doing maple pecan scones. Scones are one of my absolute favorite things. If you know me, you know this, and if you know me, I've probably made them for you before because I tend to give them to people that I love, and you can do just about any flavor you want. Sometimes the recipe has to be varied a little bit, but a lot of times you can just do like a fold-in, which is what we're doing today. So this is my basic scone recipe, and I'm just gonna be adding the pecans to it and then making a maple icing. It starts off with a half of a cup of sour cream and a half a teaspoon of baking soda and half an egg. I know, half an egg is so annoying. If you want to use a whole egg, you can make a double batch. You can even split this into two different flavors if you like. And give this a little whisk and set it aside while you do the rest. So the easiest way to make these is in a food processor. You just do 2 cups of flour and a half a cup of sugar. I'm gonna need to get more sugar for my next recipe. And drop in 2 sticks of cubed butter. I freeze this butter for at least 3 or 4 hours before cubing it. You want it to be as firm as possible, so you just get little bits of butter. You don't want to create a dough. And we're gonna do a teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're just gonna process this together. Now this is the basic scone recipe that you can then add chocolate chips to. You can do blueberries. I'm gonna make a cranberry orange. There is a little trick to that one that's gonna make it even better. Just give it a little zip, zip, and you want where it all looks kind of the same. I find it easiest to combine it in a different bowl than to do it in the food processor. So at this point, I'm gonna put in my, what I call my add-in. So it's a rounded 1/2 cup of toasted pecans. Anytime you put pecans in a recipe, you need them to be toasted. If you're sprinkling on top of something that's gonna bake, those aren't toasted because they'll toast in the oven. But once something's incorporated into the batter, it's not gonna toast. I did add a little bit of vanilla, I forgot that part, to my sour cream mixture. And we're just going to combine this. It will not come to a full batter. It will still be crumbly, and we're gonna finish it off by hand. You saw me make pumpkin scones 2 days ago. You've kind of seen this method already. I like to wear gloves for it because it does get a little bit sticky, but bring it together as much as you can, and then you're going to put it out on parchment paper and bring it together the rest of the way with parchment paper. I know it looks dry, I know. But we put 1/2 pound of butter in this, so let me assure you, it is going At this point, I've realized that I've put twice the amount of butter that I was supposed to. And I'm trying to decide, is there any way that it will still bake fine without this? Maybe the recipe needed twice as much butter. I did decide to go ahead and bake one like this. It was not okay. So then I had to make the other half and add it, and it was a whole thing. So just put 1 stick instead of 2. TikTok has something really annoying where if when you're filming, you hit like the arrow back button, which is what I hit when I'm doing in pieces, and I need to go back and continue recording, it will just delete everything you've just recorded. So you guys didn't get to see me make my icing. It's a cup of powdered sugar, a couple tablespoons of melted butter, a couple tablespoons of maple syrup, and a little vanilla. And you want like a nice kind of thick consistency, or at least that's what I was looking for, because I wanted to put it on kind of thickly, and you sprinkle some pecans on top. These also, you didn't see me separate them out and bake them. Bake in a 400-degree oven, 20 minutes. Look at this, guys. Isn't that amazing? Everybody at my school's gonna be so happy. Thanks for joining me. Come back tomorrow for day 6.